Hello, my name is Suckit, and we are playing FTB Skies. And first thing that I want to do today is make a few more things from Cyclic. What I want, first of all, I doubled it. There we go. I want one of these experience pylons. Now, we're going to need a bunch of different things for this. And we might as well just do it as a recipe. We're going to need a fireball. And to make a fireball, I guess we have to smelt a fire charge? What all do we use this for? I guess we use this for a couple of things. So we'll make a recipe for that too. Alright, we got our pylon cooking up. There it is. This will store experience for us. Now we already have a way of doing that. But I wanted to make one of these anyway, just in case we needed it. Now, the other thing we're going to want to make is something called a disenchantment table, or a disenchanter. This will use a couple different components. Now, we're just going to siphon a little power off of the back of these things over here, and that'll be just fine. This thing does use power. So, the other thing it uses is experience, right? And I think we're definitely going to need a liquid pipe for it. Now the question I have, among other questions, is can we use the experience we're getting down here in this thing? Let's find out. Let's see if it'll accept it first of all. Okay. We're getting experience in there. Now, the other thing this needs, besides power, is books. What this does, this rips enchantments off of items and puts them onto books. So let's say we have this bow here. What about this bow? Okay. So, I think we're going to want to pump out of here if we can and use the pylon. Now, the pylon isn't hard to use. It will collect experience that's nearby, but you can also just sneak on it. Yeah. And let's go ahead and set it to drain into this thing. We might have to break oh no, we've got to we still might have to break it. I don't know. Yeah, we probably have to break it. That's okay. Sometimes that's what happens when you fill it up with the wrong stuff. This is curious. Let's try this now. Okay, it's draining out, and it's draining in here. Okay, wonderful. So, what we can do, maybe, requires redstone always. Oh! So I don't actually know if it couldn't use the experience from over there. We'll find out if this ever runs dry. This is not a very expensive operation. Now, if there's multiple enchantments, you get multiple books, right? And, you do get the items back that you can throw off the side or whatever. Now, what we can do is come over here to this enchantment library that we made the last time and just feed all of these in here. Now, what that means for us is that there's basically no such thing as useless enchanted gear. Now, some things have changed about this, but I think that we could still put this sword in here, and it'll show us sword enchantments. Now, we have capturing 6, but we could use Vorpal. And we'll just get the book. Why not Vorpal? Yeah, why not Vorpal? That sounds good. Aha! I didn't do it right. I only gave ourselves Vorpal 1. Now, the way to mitigate that, or the way to deal with that, not mitigate it, the way to do it correctly is to actually shift-click. And then you'll get the max level that this thing can produce. So we got Vorpal 4. Put that on our sword. It'd be super fancy. Now, we did complete a couple of quests last time that I never cashed in the rewards for. We got a melon shelf. That will lower our stats. Now, last time we finally got our Terrasteel bee. This time, I want to see if we can make ourselves a little bit of glimmering living wood. And I want to see if we can make ourselves an Elven gateway core. I'll bet we can. We just need some Terrasteel nuggets, which we've got. Another thing we're gonna need are some Natura pylons. We'll need 2 of them, and we'll have to start with mana pylons. I guess we're gonna need some mana diamonds. Okay, I went and made some mana diamonds. So we'll need 2 of these. See if that completes anything for us. We'll need 2 Eyes of Ender. If I could type. Still can't type. There we go. We'll make these real quick. Here will be our 2 Natura pylons. That would be a full ingot of Terrasteel you'd need to make both of these. We're gonna need some living wood. And we're gonna want a couple of mana pools. Anything else left on the quest? Something. 3 glimmering living wood. Well, what's the glimmering living wood logs? Oh my gosh. Alright. Let's just make the ray. Okay, glimmering stripped. Glimmering living wood. Here we go. We out of? Oh, we can make one of these. That's weird. Maybe that's changed. Maybe it's not weird. I think it's actually changed. So there's the quest. We get a couple sparks. And we got some dominant augment. Now, the Elven Gateway Core is kind of the center of a multi-block. We're going to go like so. And we're going to go 1 and 1. And a glimmering, and a glimmering. And we'll go 1, 2, 3. Go 1. Whoop, nope, one more. 2, 3. And another glimmering living wood. Get rid of that. And then what we're going to want is a couple of mana pools relatively close by. We're going to put these sparks down on top of them. They should be part of the spark network automatically. And we're going to put these dominant augments on them. What that's going to mean is all of the mana that's going into this mana pool will be transferred along the spark network into these 2 pools. And that's just wonderful. Now at some point, we made ourselves some Mage Bloom seeds. And we got a bunch of Mage Bloom. We're going to make a ton of Mage Bloom fiber. What we want to do is, first of all, I want to see if I can find the, okay, so maybe this has changed. Okay, yeah, this is done in the enchanting apparatus. Okay, this looks a little different. So we've got Arcanist, we got Battle Mage, we got Arcanist Treads. Now let's see, let's go back here, because I want to see if we need, so we can just make this stuff. End fiber is the last one. What do you use it for? An enchanting apparatus, we could get a mundane belt. I thought there were 3 tiers. of the armor, but I guess we got Battle Mage, we got Sorcerer, and we have Arcanist. I like Battle Mage. What do we do with it, though? Okay, we can dye it. We can magic armor upgrades. And enchanting apparatus. We could give it slots. Okay. Okay. So I think what we're gonna do is we're gonna go ahead and see if we can make these battle mage, this battle mage stuff. Let's see how. Oh, we're a little short on source, aren't we? But we could just bring this one over here. Shouldn't be a big deal. That should be close enough, because this stuff will cost source. I think it was 4 fibers a piece. And then the piece of diamond gear. Okay, okay. Ah. Nice. Okay, I made 3 pieces. We just got the boots left. We'll go ahead and get that together. And then when that's done, doesn't seem like it's taking that much source. When that's done, we'll go ahead and upgrade them. Now, right now, I guess it's got 1 slot. What we want to do is, I guess, get it up to... Okay, so we'll need to take it to tier 2. And then to tier 3, I think? Yeah. Yeah. Alright, now to upgrade this stuff to the next tier, I guess it's 2 blaze rods. Yeah, okay. This is definitely different than the way this used to work. This is actually much cooler. Okay, yeah, now we can see it's tier 2. It's a little bit better, and it has 2 empty slots, apparently. We're gonna do that to the other ones. Now, to upgrade these to tier 3, it's 2 ender pearls and a chorus fruit on your pedestals. And it does thing. And then we're gonna find out what we can do with all of these little slots. Sweet. So I guess the next thing we want, we're gonna want to make those threads. But to use them, we're gonna need an alteration table. So we will go ahead and make another scribe's table. And just a little bit of fiber will get us an alteration table. And then for the threads, let's see. There we go. Oh, okay, so it's like, yeah, so we're going to be actually using a lot of this mage bloom fiber. Now, do you have any totems? No. There is a thread of, like, undying. That's pretty cool. But let's take a look at this thread of Drigme. Now, this grants loot, apparently. What we would need is Drigme Show and Rabbit's Foot. We don't have any rabbits. Now, this thread of Chilling looked kind of interesting. We need some water essence, some blue ice, which we should be able to make. Yeah. Oops. There we go. So we could slap this thing down. There it is. We already got it. Maybe. Doesn't want us to. There we go. Okay, it's backwards. It's fine. Now, do we have any of the water essence lying around anywhere? Yes, we do. Now, we can also make powdered snow with some of the air essence, and that's very handy, because I didn't want to wait for it to snow again. So if I understood properly, it's powdered snow, So blue ice. It's 2 of these essences, and then we toss the thread in there like so. We'll get the magic thread. And now we can apply it to some of this armor. Now, we do have a tier 3 slot on the leg guards here, right? So what we're gonna do, so I want this in a tier 3. We're gonna put down the leg guards. We're gonna put down this, I guess, right next to it. And then what do? Right click. Right click like that. Yes! Okay, so that's how that works. It's pretty cool. We're not gonna wear it for the time being, at least. We're gonna display it over here. I'm sure it's gonna look very fancy. Very fancy indeed. And we got a quest reward. We got 10 levels. Okay. Now I'm starting to look at quest lines. There's really only a little bit more we have to do for thermal. And I'm pretty sure we can do it all easily. So let's see. We have... wants us to make dynamo augments. Okay. So there's auxiliary, okay, yeah, increases generation, increases fuel efficiency, prevents RF from being lost after coil saturation. That's cool. Are we using thermal stuff? Using mecha. We got a thermal one over there. We can make one of these, right? So let's see. They're definitely gonna need a flux coil. And they all need flux coils. But let's see here. We've got yeah, here's one right here. An auxiliary. Oh, that doesn't use a flux coil. Well, alright, we got an extra flux coil lying around. We'll program this in. No reason not to. Here we go. Very nice. So if we ever decide to start this thing up again, it'll double the energy output. Okay, these are full. Can I... There we go. We can get the augments off them. I don't know... We right-click to get the sparks too. Okay. Shift right-click to get all... There it goes. Now we're doing that because we want the Natura pylons right on top of these things. There we go. There we go. Now what we do is we right-click on the gateway core. You'll see a little connection. It uses some of the mana. And then what this really is it's a trading mechanic. The first thing we want to throw in is our Lexica Botanica. Excuse me, our Lexica Botanica. Ahem. I guess we never made one. It looks like they use, well, I guess they use any sapling. It just picked that because we have a lot of them. So Lexica has a couple of locked entries. This is how you unlock them. You just throw it in here. And then you can see a lot more. Now there's a number of things that we can throw in here. We can throw in living wood logs to get back dreamwood logs. Now if you throw stuff in here that won't trade, you're out of luck. It'll just eat it. I think we can throw vanilla logs in here to get Elven wood logs. I don't know what we do with this stuff. This is from a mod called Botanic Editions that I'm not familiar with. Living rock will get us something from Botanic Editions that I'm not familiar with. Mana diamonds and ender pearls will get you dragonstone and pixie dust respectively. We found a ton of that in the nether. We don't really need to trade for any. Now we're gonna use this to make ourselves some mana glass here. Just regular glass in the pool. It's not that expensive. But then through here, we can throw it in, we'll get Alf glass, which we're gonna be using to make some fancy potion flasks. Yeah, we gotta be careful with this stuff. Our refined storage system will eat this if we're not careful. Now there's another thing from the whatever the Botania add-on is. Oh, mana lapis? I guess we make blocks with it. But we can take it and turn it into Elven lapis or similar. I don't know what we're supposed to do with this. It's just purple, it looks like. Now we can also get some Elven quartz with some mana quartz. Or possibly not. Just ate it. Maybe it needs regular quartz, I forget. Okay, it is in fact regular quartz. Last thing we're gonna send through is our mana steel. Every 2 mana steel will get you 1 elementium. You get 1 for 1 with Terra Steel, but Terra Steel is pretty expensive, and we've built up, maybe a block's worth with the bee so far, which is pretty good. But I don't really want to, spend it all making elementium. And part of that is because we can make a bee for elementium. We're back up to 18%. We need yet another iron bee. I got 5 in there. Now, one of the things I want to make with this stuff we've gotten, this is from Botanic Editions. This is an Elven brewery. We will need to make a botanical brewery, which is, not the, we used all our mana steel. And we're gonna need another rune of mana. I've never tried just doing this with an iron block. Looks like it works fine. I'll have to keep that, in mind. Alright, we should have everything now. We just need this thing to craft a brewing stand. Now this thing is cool. You can make some pretty powerful potions with it. But the upgraded one looks better. You can attach a spark to it for one thing, which will make the mana it uses go quite a lot more quickly. We'll have to make something with it here. Yeah, this looks like a fine place for it. We'll just put the spark, shift click it up there. And we're gonna want some of this stuff. Now what we're gonna do is we're gonna use these to make a bunch of Alp glass flasks. Now these are cool. These will hold like 6 charges of a potion. We can make some pretty fancy stuff. So I think what we do is we put the flask in first, and the ingredients go on the little shelves, and boom! That was really fast. Now we have 6 25-second charge of regen, and that's going to help us out. So one of the thermal machines that we haven't made is the sawmill. This will allow you to get more wood, more planks from your logs. I think we have a mechanism version. We don't really need that. Now the next one on the menu, though, the magma crucible, that might become important. We're going to go ahead and make some recipes for this stuff. Now this thing is kind of similar to the melter. You can see the sorts of things it does. The main thing we might be interested in is crude oil and some of this fancy stuff in case we need it for anything. I'm not sure we do. We could also use this to make lava, which is kind of nice. Now also on the menu we have a blast chiller. This should not be too hard to make. Now that's actually interesting. We're gonna throw this up here after all. Ah no, we got a blizz in our Drigme farm. I think we got one more machine. The phytogenic isolator. This is kind of a groem. Use forge energy to grow plants. It doesn't look like there's anything too exotic. And it should be all done. And there we go. That should, I think. No, we have one more thing to make. We gotta make some kind of machine augment. This won't be too bad. I think what we want to make is the one that gives us the chance, the improved chance for extra goodies. That's the flux linkage, flux efficiency, auxiliary reaction chamber. Let's see, it's one of these. It's the auxiliary process sieve. Got a couple recipes here that we'll have to teach it. We'll want it to know redstone servo anyway. Oh, here we go. Now we're gonna throw this right into our, oh, the big noise. We're gonna throw that right in there. We got a use for it. What do we get? What do we get? Oh, we got a ball cast. We got some sawdust. A little bit of phytogro. And I think that's gonna about do it for this time, folks. Thanks so much for watching. We'll see you in the next episode. Bye-bye.